Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel, welcome back for another video. In today's video, I got the Magician X2 3D printer. Let's open it up, check it out. I know what you're saying right now. You're saying, Greg, another 3D printer. And I'm going to say that is right. Yes, indeed. We have another 3D printer, the Magician X2. This is something, I don't know a tremendous about it. I did see it, and I like some of the features on it. And reached out to the company, and we talked for a bit. And they graciously said, hey, we'd love for you to take a look at it and do a review. And I'm like, I'll be more than happy to, because I am obsessed with 3D printing. I enjoy 3D printing, and I think we need to look at each and every kind of 3D printer out there and find what works best for us. So what we're going to do now is I'm going to get this thing out of the box. I'll get all the pieces laid out. We'll come back. We'll take a look at it. Then we'll put it together, and then we'll see what we can do. All right, so we got the Magician X2 unboxed, and this is a small format printer. 235 by 235 on the print bed. It does take USB, SD card, USB-C. So there's actually some pretty cool little features there. It also has some little storage slots, it looks like, for a USB and an SD card. It comes with the bed and the power supply. We have the gantry. We actually have the print head, which I really like this because of the direct drive. Direct drive is really, really cool. So we'll have to mount this. Got the filament holder. Got a little bit of PLA. This is 30 grams, 1.75. Also comes with a really cool little tool kit, which I like this. I like having tools and stuff either in a pouch or in a plastic container. I will tell you this, that right now I am struggling to get this open. But we'll have the Allen wrench set, which again, very, very nice. Got the little holder there. We got our screw kit, extra nozzle, got a wrench, and we have the filament tube for the direct drive. So yeah, this is really, really cool. Instruction manual, just going through this. Basically there's a gantry install, which looks like it's just a 2 screws. We have some normal connectors to plug in. There's also a plate screw over on the side. It's got some screws on that. Cable connections. So yeah, one thing I did notice on this that I'm not used to, and I'm curious, this does not appear to have the bed leveling wheels, so I cannot manually level this. It is 100% auto leveled, which is interesting. It does have a nice textured plate, so yeah, I'm curious to see how that part works. But yeah, let's start putting this thing together. I'm really, really curious. We're not going to do a time lapse. We're going to go through this together. Hopefully, we'll be able to knock it out with very little, if any. One of the things I do like, you got really good instructions here on the ribbon cable right here, right there. Very nice. Which is right here. So that is cool. I did notice something. Got the hot end cable right there. So I'm gonna have to take. Oh, that's the actual hot end cable. Oh, okay. Well, we'll go ahead and pop that in. That makes sense. The ribbon cable. Right there. We got the cables over here. Very nice. So there's the ribbon cable that plugs into the actual when you put the gantry in. All right, let's see what kind of screws we need for the for this assembly. Now, I will say there's a lot of benefit to a small footprint printer. The most obvious is you don't need a lot of desk space. Overall, Um, so if you are limited, you can't go wrong with smaller ones. I guess the the bad part about it is when you come to little printers is you have to cut your pieces. You print more pieces to make a bigger piece, but again, that's not that tremendous of a pain. In some instances, it actually is more beneficial to do cuts in smaller pieces than it is to do one big piece. You can save filament. All right, got my screws. Let me take a look at this real quick underneath. Get an idea. Yeah, that's pretty simple. That doesn't seem to be too crazy. Not too crazy at all. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this ready. I do like the fact it has a built-in handle. That's really, really nice. I dig that. There's also some little guides right here for the rails to slide in. So you have some good alignment guides. Boom. Right there. We'll go ahead and plug in the gantry. Slides right in. I'm going to go ahead and plug this one in on the back. So 2 connections in. We haven't even put in a screw yet. I like it. Very, very easy to see what you're doing. So, yeah, not hard at all. It actually just snapped in really, really good. Let's see here. I will say too, because I have several small format printers and I use them for some certain things that they just work better on than a large printer. So there is a call for smaller printers, not just from a what you're printing perspective, but not just from the area that you have to put one, but for the piece that you're actually printing. So very, very nice. All right, we'll get the other screw right there. I will say that I am noticing that I do have one screw that has a burr or something on it. It's not playing nice with me right now. Something is preventing it from adhering to the actual Allen wrench. So it could be some paint, but we'll see what we can get going on here. Let's see if we can get it started. So far, so good. Let's get her tight. Oh, boom. Yep, we got her tight. So that worked. All right, flip this back around. We have one more connection right here. Boom. And that is all of the gantry connections. So look at there. Nope, it's not either. We got 4 screws here that go in the sides. There's this little area right here. There's actually some screws that go in there, which I do like that. Gives you a little bit extra stability. And with printers moving, I mean, they move, you know. They move and they shift and they shimmy. So having a little bit of extra stability is always nice to have. So we'll get this going. You may hear a little bit of background noise, and that is the printer that's running right here to my left. So, yeah, you get to hear them run. I will say that having some of this stuff to where you put things together, and I do like that. It sort of lets you understand it a little bit better. There is actually some printers out there that are like kits, and you like build them like from scratch, and those that would be an interesting challenge, I do believe. But I am really curious about this one with the leveling. I am really curious because, like I said, it's something totally different. Okay, we are almost done with these screws. The only thing left is going to be the hot end. And I like this little setup. The having the hot end and everything as like one unit that is screwed in. That definitely would make servicing it, if you had to change it, a lot better. So let's see here. It's actually telling me to put the filament on there, or the filament holder on next, but I'm not going to do it. I'm doing it this way. Okay. Parallel to the support, make sure the screw holes are aligned with the screw holes on the support. We got our screws. Make sure which Allen wrench fits. It's that one, so we put this one back up. Interesting. Interesting. I'll slide that over a little bit and take a look at this. Okay. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and plug the ribbon cable in. I would recommend doing that first because it will make it so much easier. Okay, got that in. Okay, we got the one screw there. I am looking for these. Right there. Oh, I got it. Okay, that makes sense. So you basically have the top screw, which I'm going to go ahead and get this started just to hold it in place. And then you have a screw going right through the back right here. So very nice. Simple, easy, nothing too crazy there. Get that tightened up. And wow, that's not bad, guys. I mean, that went together quick. That went together quick. Very quick. All right, so let me get some power ran, and then we'll get this thing fired up, and then we will do the auto leveling and see what happens. All right, got it powered on, and I wanted to share this with you because, I don't know, this is like one of the fun things to do. Let me turn this a hair so when you get to pull the cling off. Oh. All right, so as you can see, got a control panel here. We do have a menu, which basically you have move, home, extrude, percentages, settings, fan, baby step. That's interesting. Percentages, okay, go back, baby step, fan control, go back again, but I want to see the leveling part, so we're going to click on leveling, hot end temp to 150, bed tip to 50, so it's heating that up, which I was really curious to see if it actually, how that process works, so I didn't do any kind of preheating. So yeah, this is, and it should automatically start after the preheat. I also did notice it has a belt tension screw right here. This is actually the USB SD card and USB-C. And over here is the actual storage that I was referring to. Let's see. It does come with a 4 gig SD card. All right, heats up good. The hot end is at 157 right now, 158. The bed is at 35, 36 from 50. Okay, it is warming up. I do like the lights that's there. That's pretty cool. I haven't loaded any filament because typically on a brand new printer, I don't load any kind of filament until actually I go through a leveling process. Just because that's my own little thing. Okay, 42. We're getting close. It should start moving here any minute. And again, I'm just wanting to show this process. So as you can tell, I mean, it did not take long to get this printer set up and rocking and rolling. I'm not sure what kind of test files it's on the actual card itself. Maybe a Benchy or something like that. So we're at 48 degrees on the bed, 49. We're holding about 156. Yep, there we go. So I'm really curious how this actually process works. Okay, so I don't see any kind of like BL touch or any kind of sensor, but it looks like, I mean, it's doing a good job, but it almost looks like it's taking it down to where the nozzle is barely touching, which is interesting. I'm very, very curious about that. There is some G code and stuff on the test card, but I've not found anything that says what it is. They're just numbers, so I'm not sure what they actually are. This is interesting. Very interesting. I think what I'm going to do too is I'm going to run through the leveling process again, but I'm going to bring the camera down and let you actually see what the nozzle's doing, because it is interesting. It's very, I mean, it's doing a great job. Bilinear leveling done. Click to resume. All right, let me readjust the camera, bring it down, because I want you to see this process. It's pretty neat. All right, so as you can see, the nozzle is coming down, and it is just barely. It looks to me like it actually is touching the plate, which is interesting. It is a very interesting way of doing it. All right, everybody, done. Got the test file, which was a rabbit. This took 38 minutes to print, which honestly is not bad. I'm using some Hatchbox filament, but overall, I'm actually really impressed with this printer. Considering it doesn't have the sensor to do the auto leveling, this printed out great. Got a little bit of stringing, but that's just because of the printer temp was probably a little too high. But yeah, right there, we got a rabbit. Not bad, not bad at all. I'm actually going to put another file. I'm actually going to create a file and throw it on here and run it through the print cycle to see how that does. But I mean, for what this is, not bad. Not bad at all. Yeah. The Magician. It's a nice printer. It's a nice printer. It's definitely a printer, like I said earlier, to take up less space. It has a very nice footprint. It's quiet. Again, with not having the manual leveling wheels and the touch type sensor, that was weird. And to be honest, I had my reservations when I first seen it. But based on this print, I'd say it's fine. So yeah, guys, that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Definitely let me know in the comments. I will definitely leave links and everything to this particular printer in the description of the video. And to see that, you have to click more. When you click more, you'll see all the descriptions and links. And you'll also see links to my social media. And if you enjoy my content, hey, do me a favor, consider hitting that subscribe button. Also, check out my social media, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, Twitter, everything, and you'll see what I print next on the Magician printer. So, yeah, there you go, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. And finally, please always remember, 3D printing will refresh your soul, and I'll see you next time.